Hi, Lester here, and I've got Eddie with me. Eddie's been very kind to help us with a bit of video footage from site. And so what we're still covering in this series of videos is how do we look at the handling materials? Because the handling materials on site can take upwards of 80% of the overall time and labour that's involved. So if we can look at this meaningfully, then we can obviously make a change. Now, the difficulty for me and my position in the quantity surveys that I observe is that they can only use an average or use some industry standard, and they can't modify things, but they can take good feedback from a builder who knows what he's doing. And fortunately for us, we've got Eddie, and he's looked at one component and he'll demonstrate it to us, and that's the cladding. It's cedar cladding on a property, and how you can evolve your cost structure to be a lot more efficient. So it's either beneficial to you or beneficial to you and your client. So let's head out to site to see what Eddie's doing with Luxor Construction and how he's gained that efficiency.
Morning and welcome. We are outside here at up here in Omaha, outside one of our building sites, and we're at the completion of our cladding stage. But we've had some chat lately around how 80% of a labour constant is made up of just handling the material. So begs the question, how do we gain efficiency out of handling? What does it look like? What does it matter? Why should I care? So we're going to show you what we do, and you may have some ideas on this too, and we'd love to hear about that. But for today we're going to show you what we do and what works for us. So what are we coming in and take a look? So when it comes to our cladding, how I like to handle our cladding is obviously that to start off with, the cedar all turns up in a truck, and it comes in packets that are 5-6 meters long, made up of random lengths. So to organise that, the first thing we do is take it all off, and keep in mind there's about 3,000 meters of this when it turns up. So we stack it all into its selected lengths. That's phase one. So it's all separated into its selected lengths, all nice and neatly stacked. The second thing we do is we nominate a cut man to handle every board that goes into the site. So we do this for a couple of reasons. When we're unloading the cedar, we put our gloves on and we protect it as much as we can. It's an $80,000 product, and we want to treat it as such. It reduces our handling, keeping the boards in tip-top condition for when they're about to be installed. So Jake has been our cut man on this particular project. He's done a fantastic job. He's worked his way around the building. He's stayed ahead of his installers, and as he's gone around, he's usually methodically, mentally tabling where these boards are going to go. So they know he knows where he's going to put them before they're even pulled out of the stack. Jake, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've done and what we've got sitting in front of us here.
So we've got the stack here. They're stacked from the longest lengths back to the shortest. Just so I know if I need that long lengths right at the back, shorter ones there, and I don't need to think about it, I just know it's there.
And you know what those lengths are without even looking at them, right? You know if it's a 3 metre, a 3/6, or a 4 metre, or a 2.5 metre, whatever. So it reduces his handling on the board. Have you found this method really quite efficient?
Yep, I don't need to pull out my tape to measure each board, and I need that right. It's just look, grab, and cut.
So it's minimise your handling of the board so that you're maximising your efficiency in terms of getting the board that you need, cutting it, and getting it to the site for installing.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Having an efficient handling process of the board and minimising the waste. Well, if you've got a 12% waste factor in these boards, 12% of $80,000, 3,000 metres of timber. If you can reduce that waste down from say 12% to say a 3 to 5% waste content just in the board alone, that's a good wedge. And that's worst case scenario. If you don't have a good methodical system of handling the 12%, wastage just gets you there. But the reality is you're leaving anywhere between 7 and 9% on the table. Having an efficient installation method is going to save you a lot of time. And in a follow-up video to this. Lester is going to provide some costing models around that methodology and how a poor handling method can cost you money and how much it could make and how much you could potentially lose at an affordable rate. And for repeat business, that's essential. And all of our work is referral work. We adopt the philosophy that we have clients for life, and that this methodology, ties into all of that. So look forward to Lester's video where he's going to show you some costing models. I think it'll be very insightful.
That was excellent, Eddie, seeing you on site like that. Obviously for you, you've noticed some big efficiency gains, but there's got to obviously be a benefit for your business. And I think you've mentioned to me in the past, one of the ways you see it from a philosophical point of view. So would you like to draw that comparison now? And would you like to just comment on how you see the pricing of the job and how it reflects on your profitability?
Yeah, good question. So there's always more money to be made out of a well-priced job than on charge up. And even if I'm competing against another guy who has priced the job, we would like to think that we will be more profitable. We would find the profit within that job by running more efficient methods and systems on site to bring the job in with less waste and a quicker time frame.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm a numbers man. So I've got a lot of labor figures and I know the constants on doing this kind of work. So what I'd like to do is do another video where we sit down and I'm going to show you the before and after. I'm going to show you what others are doing and we're going to run your figures through as well. And we'll show people just how much more profitable and how much more time saving it can be to run using your methodology. So thanks, Ed. Look forward to talking to you soon and we'll go through those numbers next. If you want to know more, here are all the buttons and resources that you need. Just use these links to go places. Don't forget to share this video with friends who you think might need this video.